දසනකාන්තී චූර්ණය සහිත ලීවර් ආයුෂ් දන්තාලේපය දත්වල ඇති ප්‍රශ්න 10ක් වළකයි.
The 32nd annual general meeting of the Sri Lanka Tea Factory Owners Association was held yesterday under the patronage of President Ranil Wickremesinghe.
I was listening to the report by your president, a survey of the tea industry today. He came out with his tale of woes. That is understandable, looking at what we have gone through this year. Now is my chance to come out with my tale of woe, because I have taken over the Titanic after it hit the iceberg. So you can just imagine from where I have to start. Everything was down. We had declared ourselves bankrupt. How do we restart it? That's what we are engaged. And I thought I'll explain to you the process. First and foremost, we had to conserve whatever foreign exchange we had and limit the import so that we could get fuel and we could get fertilizer and medicine. It hasn't worked fully initially, but now it's working much better. Now that we had declared ourselves bankrupt, the first issue was to ensure that the world will now accept us, that we have taken sufficient steps to wipe out the label of bankrupt. We have to get through this year and then go into next year. We have to manage really 2 years. So we had to first come to an arrangement, which meant raising money. To raise that money, we had to tax everything, which also meant the agriculture. As someone said, if it moves, tax it. We had to come to that level. But we had no other way out. So the first issue is to ensure that we can restructure bankruptcy. So we have to start talks with our creditors. I've already started discussions with Japan and now with India and China. If we can come to an agreement by December, which means coming to an agreement by mid-November and going up to the IMF board mid-December, we'll gain a big advantage. In the meantime, we have started receiving assistance from many organizations. Some countries have given us, others through the different organizations. We get a good Mahacrop by March, April next year. That will help to stabilize the economy. In the meantime, once we get the agreement, other countries will come to help us. The governor of the central bank has informed us that our inflation is peaking. So by about February, March, that we can see the reduction of interest rates, if not earlier. And if we take all these measures, by mid-year, we'll be able to give relief on the interest rates. We want the tea industry to develop. Next year, we have to come through agriculture production. That's what we have to do. We come back to you. But you have a lot of things we know. You need fertilizer. Most of the major issue is that we need replanting. We are suffering because we have not replanted. As a result, our crop per hectare is coming down. Vietnam is overtaking us. Whoever thought that Vietnam will be growing tea? That's the position. So we are looking at an agriculture modernization program in which tea will have a big place. Very competitive tea industry we have to have, and we have to develop, and I think we have to go for quality tea.
On futuristic basis, we must ensure that we add more value to our products, and also we should encourage our growers to grow more. In that regard, we have conducted the 1000 nursery program with the help of the tea board, which came to a very decent level. Now we conduct again with the support of the TSHD and the TRI. We are trying to improve the leaf quality. Last year we didn't push that much because of the backdrop of this fertilizer fears, but it's a mandatory requirement that we go ahead and ensure that we produce better quality tea, because we can't compete with the quantity in relation to Kenya, India, China and the major countries that produce more tea than that we produce. And also we explore more export markets. We were concentrating in turbulent regions, possibly with the help of the tea board. Spoken specifically that matter to the chairman of the tea board. Let us concentrate more on other European countries and also Americas and non-export markets to ensure that we capture more markets in time to come. So for that, whatever the assistance that you require from the plantation ministry and also all the other organizations under its umbrella, we are fully committed to provide whatever the assistance that you require. Even though it's turbulent times, we hope that together we can do much better. Let us work together to ensure that Sri Lankan tea, much famous Ceylon tea, remains at a higher level in the world market.